What's up, Taiwan? I'm Yvonne with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Taiwan's President Tsai has visited an F-16 maintenance center in Taichung to inspect the country's most advanced fighter jets. The center now allows Taiwan to repair the jets locally rather than sending them to the United States for maintenance. Bing Wang reports.
Keeping a close eye on the fighter jet parts, President Tsai personally inspects an F-16 maintenance center opened in 2020. The US-made F-16 is Taiwan's most advanced fighter jet yet and is integral to the country's future defense plans. The center allows F-16s to be maintained in Taiwan. Before, the parts were required to be sent to the US for repairs.
满足我们战机自主维修的能量，缩短战机维修所需要的时间成本，是建立国防产业供应链中的重要工作。这也是2年前政府民间合作成立 F-16维修中心的目标。
Taiwan has purchased new F-16s to supplement its aging fleet, but the first jets aren't expected to arrive until next year. In just the past 2 years, 2 of the aircraft have been lost in training accidents. This has put a renewed spotlight on maintenance levels of military aircraft.
Some also argued that Taiwan has kind of old-fashioned and kind of old military hardware. So that's why Pentagon and the Biden administration just approved kind of, military hardware to support, to strengthen Taiwan's military equipment.
To boost Taiwan's defense capabilities, the Defense Ministry proposed a 13.9% hike to its budget. That amounts to a record $18 billion, 2.4% of Taiwan's GDP, which is up 0.2% from 2022. $3 billion of this will go towards equipment maintenance.
I think the change resides in our reserve system, mobilization system, and the morale of your population. Now, what the government and the military wants to do is to harvest this change in morale, this morale, in order to basically enhance our combat readiness.
Around $6 billion will be earmarked for salary, benefits, and pensions for military personnel. This is in hopes of attracting more talent into joining the military. In a time of increasing military threats from neighboring China, Taiwan has made building up its military and maintaining its hardware as a paramount means of deterring potential attacks. And the country is all too aware that it cannot afford to lose too much precious military hardware away from the battlefield. Klein Wang and Bing Wang for TaiwanPlus.
Search teams are still looking for 12 missing crew members from the ship that sank off Taiwan's west coast on Monday. The Panama-flagged freighter went down close to central Taiwan's Changhua County. 5 of the 17 people on board, all Indonesian nationals, were picked up by a nearby boat. The other 12 are still missing. Rescue teams are still searching for the remaining crew with boats and drones. With local elections taking place in less than a month, candidates across the country are hitting the campaign trail hard. Things have been getting particularly competitive in the northern city of Hsinchu, where local politicians have been training Barbs. Eric Gao reports.
The war of words in Hsinchu's mayoral race has been heating up. The focus, Taiwan People's Party candidate Gao Hong'an. Gao has been the target of plagiarism allegations, with a former employer filing a lawsuit over the issue. During a recent out-of-town campaign appearance, Gao issued this response.
今天来到彰化，真的感受到非常开心的一个气氛哦，远离这个是非相当多的新竹。今天谢谢。
But Lin Genren, Gao's Kuomintang opponent, says Hsinchu isn't the problem.
大多数的争议都不是发生在新竹，是高候选人自己之前的问题，把自己的问题归咎给新竹，变成是非之地，这样不太对。
Gao then pushed back, saying Ling was exaggerating and taking her words out of context.
我们昨天所说的是在新竹的选战当中有这么多的是非，所以我请对手不要再置换这些主词，在偷换概念之下来尝试着又要攻击高虹安。
The campaigns are becoming increasingly contentious as the days count down. With less than a month to go before the vote, polls show Gao to be neck and neck with her Democratic Progressive Party opponent, Sung Meanwhile, Ling continues to trail more than 10 points behind both in third place.
其实结果是非常接近，更重要的是，候选人要靠自己努力一步一步的耕耘。
Voters will go to the polls on the 26th of November. It's only then that the candidates will find out if their verbal feuding will have a significant effect on the election outcome. Damon Lin and Eric Gao for TaiwanPlus.
Parts of a Taipei area highway have been covered by a mudslide brought on by days of heavy rain. The mudslide happened on Monday morning at a point where National Highways 1 and 3 intersect. It caused the blockage of 2 road lanes and an exit ramp, with several road signs also being damaged. The outer bands of Typhoon Nelgate, combined with rain-laden monsoon winds, have drenched much of the north and east of Taiwan. Forecasters expect rain to continue to affect areas around Taipei into the start of next week. The end of COVID restrictions around the world and rising inflation have seen many consumers abandon big-ticket electronic items. And that's bad news for the makers of computer chips like Taiwan's TSMC. Yvonne has more.
Piles of computer graphic cards, but no buyers. For the past 2 years, consumers around the world have struggled to get their hands on electronics like these. The unsold cards are a sign of the slowing electronics market and the semiconductors which they rely on. The cooling market has had a chilling effect on the semiconductor industry, a sector that accounts for 12% of Taiwan's GDP. And the Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company has been feeling the impact. According to local media, a major customer abruptly canceled its orders of TSMC's most advanced 3nm chips. Other clients are also preparing for a slowdown.
我们目前手上的订单都还没有砍单的一些情况啦。客户在这段时间在对于未来资本支出上面，事实上是考虑起变得拉得比较长。现在目前看起来有延后接近1季左右。
But many in the industry predict that this slump in the market will not last long. TSMC says its plan for 3nm production has not changed and says the node will enter mass production in the fourth quarter of this year. Experts are also optimistic for the company's long-term outlook.
先前包括的7nm的一个制程已经出现产能利用率比较明显下滑的一个态势，之客户上，那可能后续会有比较延后导入3nm制程的一个状况。未来在这个台积电的整体营运还是有机会，在这个历经2023年的低档之后，2024年还是有机会可以看到比较明显回升的一个态势。
Although there is a weakening demand for semiconductors, it's most likely to be temporary. Chips continue to form the core of the vast array of smart devices in homes, offices, and in people's pockets. Andy Xie and Eugene Huang for TaiwanPlus.
And now, some sports news from Taiwan's Professional Baseball League. The CTBC brothers have secured a place in the season's championships. The team won 3-2 against the Weichen Dragons last night, knocking their opponents out of the semifinals. The brothers got an early start, hitting a 2-run homer in the bottom of the first inning. The Dragons looked like they might catch up in the top of the 7th with a 2-run blast of their own. But the brothers quickly regained their lead with another run in the bottom of the same inning. The brothers will now face off against the Rakuten Monkeys on Saturday in the final run, known as the Taiwan Series. Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally today, we leave you with the images of hundreds of dogs and cats in Peru's capital, Lima, competing for the best Halloween costume. I'm Yvonne. Take care and see you next time.